Joyce Behar really thought she cornered Matthew McConaughey.
Isn't he an anti-vaxxer? I believe
an anti-vaxxer?
I believe so, yeah. Just saying.
Way to bring it down, Joy. I'm just kidding.
Do you think he would get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
During an appearance on The View, Joy kept trying to twist Matthew's words on every topic until he finally had enough and completely shut her down.
To give you a direct statement right there is me playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay.
That's why today we're breaking down this heated exchange and showing you exactly where Matthew stands when it comes to the Second Amendment. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
I saw you, not in person, but on TV, was at the men's final at the U.S. Open.
Yes.
You were in Djokovic's box.
Yes.
And you were the first hug he gave when he came up to that box. Do you guys go way back? What's the connection there?
Look
at that.
He's first friends with my wife. Camilla right there. Look at her. Yeah, look how happy she is. And then I got to know him through her. We've had a couple dinners along the way, and I'm a big fan.
Yes.
I mean, what a surgeon and a warrior. And the resilience of what he's done, it's amazing. So anyway, I was happy to be in his box. Got to sit behind his parents, which was really awesome to see them when he brings them up
Isn't he
and
an
where they started.
anti-vaxxer? I believe
An anti-vaxxer?
I believe so, yeah. Just saying.
Way to bring it down, Joy. I'm just kidding.
Matthew's reaction said it all. You didn't even need subtitles. He's sharing the cool experience of watching Djokovic win a Grand Slam, which was a huge comeback after all the drama and the restrictions the guy went through, only for Joy to interrupt with the ultimate fun sponge question. It's the equivalent of someone talking about seeing the Mona Lisa and another jumps in, "But what did Da Vinci recycle?" Give me a break. So what if Yoko didn't get the jab? You don't need to agree with someone's every opinion to recognize their talent. But in Joy's world, it's all or nothing. Then it was Sunny's turn to ask a question, and oddly enough, she didn't take it down a bizarre racial rabbit hole this time.
I want to applaud you for being so outspoken against violence and gun violence in particular. And you're Texan, and you spoke so passionately at the White House last year in the wake of that shooting at Robb Elementary. And now you have launched the Green Lights Grant Initiative to help make schools safer.
Yes.
Please tell us about that.
Thank you for the opportunity to. So what we found out after what happened at Robb Elementary and many other schools, the first bill was passed in 30 years to help make schools safer. Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. Billions of dollars to safen schools. What I find out months after the bill's been passed is that very few applications are going in from the school districts. And for those that are applying, very few are getting granted and awarded. So the money's still there. And we're like, wait, where's the gap? Well, we found out that these superintendents have to fill out these grants to the government. A lot of them are driving the school bus and they're the PE teacher, and this grant process is 50 pages and it's intimidating.
Wow.
So they don't have the expertise at the time. The government wants these grants to be filed. They want to spend the money. It's use it or lose it money.
This interview happened just a few months after Matthew launched the Green Lights Grant Initiative, which is a project aimed at helping schools across the country apply for federal funding through the Safer Communities Act. Part of the act included $300 million in new funding for the Stop School Violence Act, which focuses on enhancing school safety and preventing violence before it happens. To be clear, this wasn't some anti-Second Amendment crusade, nor was it a push to take people's guns away. McConaughey was simply helping schools all over the country to cut through the mountain of red tape that often holds these programs back. But Joy tried to jump in with another loaded question, trying to put Matthew in an ideological box.
In 2021, you considered a run for governor of the state of Texas. Do you think political office is in your future? Can you see that?
If it's where I would deem myself to be most useful,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you think he would get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is me playing a game that I'm not interested in playing. To give you a direct statement right there.
That's just a pathetic attempt to slap an anti-gun label on someone who clearly doesn't fit that mold. And props to Matthew for not letting it slide. He stood his ground. It didn't give them this viral moment that they were fishing for. Because that's how it works now. The media throws out loaded questions, hoping the guest stumbles, gives them a headline, and sets off a social media frenzy. But McConaughey's stance doesn't fall neatly into the usual left-right narrative when it comes to the Second Amendment. He's not screaming for a gun ban, nor is he blindly defending everything as is. He uses the term responsible gun ownership for a reason. It's his way of striking a balance, and here are his comments from the White House right after that tragic Uvalde shooting back in 2022.
Look, we heard from so many people, right? Families of the deceased, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, Texas Rangers, hunters, Border Patrol, and responsible gun owners who won't give up their Second Amendment right to bear arms. And you know what they all said? We want secure and safe schools, and we want gun laws that won't make it so easy for the bad guys to get these damn guns. So, we know it's on the table. We need responsible gun ownership. Responsible gun ownership. We need background checks. We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. We need a waiting period for those rifles. We need red flag laws and consequences for those who abuse them. These are reasonable, practical, tactical regulations to our nation, states, communities, schools, and homes. Responsible gun owners are fed up with the Second Amendment being abused and hijacked by some deranged individuals.
These are the comments Joy tried to twist as anti-gun, by the way. Now that we've seen the full clip, it's clear Matthew didn't take a side. He recognized the need for reforms and how guns are handled and accessed, while still firmly supporting the constitutional right to own one. In fact, he repeatedly called for responsible gun ownership. Nothing about that is radical, and it's a position many in the middle share. But for people who only operate in black and white, like the ladies of The View, any hint of nuance, that becomes a threat. But it isn't just on gun ownership that McConaughey takes a centrist stance, and he talked more about it during an interview on ABC.
I've heard you call yourself aggressively centrist.
Sure.
What does that mean?
All right, aggressively centrist. Well,
those centrists aren't usually aggressive.
oh, they didn't used to be.
Yeah.
They didn't used to be,
Yeah.
right? I actually think being aggressively in the center now is a punk rock position. Mm-hmm. I think it's a rebellious position. And what I mean, to use a sports analogy, I love this analogy, is it's like playing free safety. You're in the middle of the field to see what play is run so you know whether to go right or to go left. Aggressively centric is read the play, react, and you go there and go, yep, it's a little bit of a red choice here. It's a little bit of a blue. That makes a lot of sense. You know what?
Could you see yourself running for something? I mean, could you see yourself?
Could I see? It's more of a larger question for me of is politics the category where I can be the most useful?
Or can you do more outside, like what you're doing here?
There's a great question that I'm still answering.
Hearing someone in Hollywood speak like that, man, it almost feels like a fever dream. The man clearly thinks for himself, and instead of blindly sticking to one side, he looks at which policies actually align with his values, then makes his decisions from there. Sure, he might lean conservative on some topics, but he's never claimed to fit neatly into any one box. And that's what we've been missing lately in our political discourse, which has been reduced to an all-or-nothing thinking. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the story, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.